Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a bit more of the occultiness. Yes, the third level, the subway level, has been released. Let us have a look. Let us press the button and then the game can freeze. This is it, yes. There is a lady here doing a dance. And there's something in the way. I'm hoping that is an article of clothing and not just something that is in the way of her nakedness. One doesn't know. Dear, I have a slight confession to make, right? As you probably may remember by the whole Secret of August thing that we found in the wherever it was, I did the previous two parts, the previous two levels, in August. It's now the middle of December. Yes, I've actually been all the way to university and back in that time. Anyway, that is regardless. I need to check a setting that I forgot to check earlier, and then we should play the level. Sorry. This one, on this difficulty, please. Right then. Some of the windows are not locked. Try them. You say that as if it's weird. Like, yes, today we weren't douchebags and we didn't shut all the windows. Redemption decided to involve prisoners in some dirty work. Yes, scrubbing toilets. This time, they have to eradicate evil in the heart of the metropolis. Why isn't Superman doing it? While laying a new tunnel, workers discovered a cave and an ancient tomb. After that, scientists from the Foundation closed down the station, erecting laboratories here to study the mysterious findings. However, invasion led to a rebuff from the protective charms imposed on the tomb. The release of dark energy and very confusing wordplay that occurred at the station struck the staff, and the survivors fell victim. Now only we can protect the world from a new threat. How thrilling. Okay then, I must first apologise. I am dealing with the tail end of a throat infection, so I must apologise if I occasionally cough and splutter disgustingly all over the place. As I had to there. Such good timing of my illness. And I must also be slightly confused why in that cutscene there were spooky things going on when of course I couldn't see them because I had to be reading the text, but never mind. Okay, so we have return to the abyss, activate the routers, enter the password for the computer, install the software boards, misread that as software beards at first, install the hard drive and arrange the figurines. So turn on the internet, enter the password for the computer, build a secondary computer, and then rearrange my Warhammer 40k collection. Okay, bit weird. And then on the right hand side we have Heavy Strike, which is quite topical, given that at the moment in Britain we've got quite a lot of rail strikes going on, which says install 6 fuses, restore water flow, find the lever and unlock the train's brake pad. I wonder if that might be to do with like setting the train off down along its pathway to murder a lot of people. I do not know. All I know is that I'm quite glad to be back in this game because I had a rare old time playing the first 2 levels, and I'm really glad that we've got a third one to do. What does this say? Money saving advice. Don't have your money poking out of your wallet because it's then all the more likely to be seen and stolen by somebody who has something missing from their Monopoly board set, because that's clearly what this is. This is paper money from a Monopoly game and not anything real. There's This level is new. How do I turn that off? There we are. I should just mention that obviously the level is very new. Whoosh! Is probably what you won't be doing on a train that doesn't work. Yes, obviously it's all very new, so it might not be quite as well polished as some of the other things. Okay. It is just a few security cameras. They are not as spooky as this small rat. I do remember the rats, however. Hello. I remember them dearly. They were very sweet and very nicely indeed. What? View Sun 2. Get in. It's like if we had a... Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, hello. I forgot I've got to be stealthy in this game, don't I? I haven't found a hiding place yet. Oh dear. We're just waiting for him to come up the escalator, and then I should go down the down escalator. Aha, I have defeated him. With the power of escalation, I have done it. Where's the hiding place, for crying out loud? Here's a thing I can hit him on the face with, if he ever turns up again. Where's the hiding place? This game is all about hiding, and I don't know where to do that. Need office key. Alright then, fair enough. Can I just have a little look in here? Yes. I was going to say view Sun 2. It sounds like some sort of automated system at a place where divorced parents can come and visit their children. But never mind. What do we have here? Today, during mining operations, we came across a cave. Inside, a team of workers found many architectural elements carved into the stone. They seem to be very ancient. I have never seen this before. I can hear funny noises. From all this, there is a certain evil. It gives me goosebumps. So far, work has stopped and reported to headquarters about the find. Oh, we're going for less the butthole of Davy Jones and more the nipple of Davy Jones this time. Excellent. I am so happy about that. And a lobster claw. Just in case you were feeling peckish. Alright then. I don't know if this level is... I really need to get rid of this thing. Thank you. I don't know if this level is different from the others in terms of perhaps involving less hiding places, because the others were sort of riddled with hiding places. It was sort of a key and integral mechanic, and this one doesn't seem to have that. So let's see what else we can find. Locked from the other side. This is the storage area. I see. This must be where they were storing all of the locked doors. Aha. Here is the... Here is the box that I can't see out of. Absolutely marvellous. Okay then, let's see what we've got here. So here are some little trains, which reminds me of some of the train stations in the DC Metro and in Fallout 3, except I was going to say there are slightly fewer monsters down here. Maybe there aren't. Oh, and we are in America as well, at least judging off that. A much, much bigger America that seems to have expanded to contain about twice as many states, judging by the number of stars on that little banner of freedom there. Hello. I can hear a heartbeat. I can't hear anything else. And another funny plate. What's all these funny plates? Do any of these have anything to do with valves or anything? No, probably because that's why this is here. You can't interact with it. But never mind. Let's have a little tin can of some sort of delicious drink which was being consumed whilst in work. Sewer key. I don't think I need to go to a sewer to do anything in this place, so that's lovely. I can just go there to get myself grubby. Okay, and this is locked. Oh, what's this? Is this a fuse? I have a fuse. How many of those did I need? I needed 6 of those with a heavy strike. Yeah, I do get the impression that's about like getting a train going, and then you like send it off down like a train line and use it to like run down lots of baddies. If I had to guess, and I do, because I am a dunce and didn't research anything about this beforehand, I would say that is what that is all about. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. I can just see the tiniest outline of his feet. There are the tiniest outlines of his not so tiny feet. Oh dear. He's so giddy. I've got my bum stuck on a chair. He's not very observant chap, is he? I've also forgotten all the controls, and here's a body. Excellent. I can't jump over this bit. That makes me very sad. We should climb up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodness. I don't know if it's just the fact that I haven't seen the or that I haven't seen the previous 2 levels in a long time, but this one genuinely seems a lot more spooky. I don't know whether it's just because it's so much darker, perhaps. But this... very funny. You almost scared me. yeah, maybe it's just because it's a lot darker, and the hiding spaces are a lot less frequent, which I feel like does make the game a lot scarier, because you don't know if you're going to be able to get back somewhere safe when you need to get out of here. I want to see if you've got anything. You do have something, but I reckon you're going to have a bit of a spring in your step when I get close to you. No, office key. Good, I need that for stuff and things. Man alive. That does remind me a lot of a ghoul from Fallout, actually. I spooked myself on my jacket and my paws. I do apologise. Okay. Let me accidentally move the keyboard into a place it's not supposed to be. I do sincerely apologise. Let me trot back to where we began. And, is the spooky man got... I don't know, it's so bloody dark, I can't see anything. Let me see if I can get back to the office. It's the first time in my life I've ever wished to return to a place of doing work and performing effort. But I... See, look at that! Just look how dark that is. There might be something useful in the office. Oh, get a yawn. Would you move your bottom into the box and then run away? This doesn't really help very much. I don't think in this difficulty it really matters whether I turn the light on or off or not. But I am curious by those noises they were making. It almost sounded like human speech. Not like, an amazing speech, not like the sort of wonderful oratory abilities that not sort of wonderful oratory abilities that inspired dunces like me to actually get on with their lives and do something. But I like something vaguely resembling the English language. Okay, there he is. I just want him to walk that way, away from me. Which is not the direction that you're walking, friend. Hello. I do not like being at this elevation. Oh, he's a redwood engineer. Good for him. Engineering is a well-paid... Just hold on to your horses there for a minute, my good tentacled friend. These guys seem a decent bit more observant than the crazy junky nurses that we had in the previous level, or the cultists that we had in the one before that. Could you please not go back towards the office? I need to go that way. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. I'm going to sneak. I'm going to sneak. I am going to be stealthy, like the darkness, like a shadow in the night. Like a fart underwater, I will be most discreet. Oh, God. Never mind. Dear, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just go into office, please. Here we are. I've used office key. Shut the door behind me. Okay, right, what do we have here? We have office, we have security room, we have other things. This is locked from the other side, which is much help. Let's see if we've got anything in here. What's this? Ooh! A computer board that says, oh. Sounds like there's some footsteps going on outside. Also, they mistook those for those big brown paper bags they put your dinner in at McDonald's. I do apologise. Oh, and here's the ticket booth. I can overcharge that tentacled man for the journey his fist took from his side into my face. Like the rest of the rail services do. Okay then, what's that? Is there anything? No, just a notebook. Not very exciting. Yeah, I initially thought, oh, this is a cupboard I can hide in. I was looking for something I could hide in, much better. Anyway, yeah, just to go back to the computer board, I thought because it had staff written on it that it was, a keycard. But no, the figurine of life. Really? I would have said it was more like the figurine of the tail of an electrocuted animal in a cartoon. But what do I know? I do, however, recognise this. I've seen this before. I saw this in the developer's secret chamber of the Steam version of what was it called? What was it called? That dungeon game, I've forgotten the name of, the Pumpkin Man, and I don't know, I can't remember what this. That also hasn't come out yet, which I've just realised I shouldn't have said that, because that video isn't going up until early next year. So, spoiler alert, perhaps it's a good thing I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, my brain has been so fried recently. After 3.5 months of university, a load of illnesses and a bunch of other rubbish going on, I've been left a little spent and knackered, and I thought this would be a decent way to reintroduce myself into this favourite little hobby of mine. Okay, Spooky Man has gone. Let's see what we can find in the storage rooms in this little warehouse. I am giddy, and I slightly regret coming into this little warehouse. This is one advantage of being on the tail end of a throat infection. I can very easily bring on a gravelled voice. Can I get in here, please? Yes, please. I want to find more hiding places. I have no idea what it is. Let's go in here. We have found the figurine of Matter, which I initially misread as the figurine of Mater, Mater being the Latin word for mother. So, I apologise for that little Freudian slip. That was most bizarre. But let's see if we've got anything else around here of interest. I don't believe so. Conveniently, the items always have these little white dots, or these little white outlines rather. And the employees have computers from 1982. Apart from these people who have no computer at all and screens they just imagine display text on them. Excellent. The joys of the corporate world. Okay, I reckon we is about done here, unless there's anything in here. No? These doors are just for show. Ooh, there is a sneakiness. What can I see on the far side of the sneakiness? Much blood. Anything else? A barred door. Okay, at least that means I'm vaguely safe in here. Ooh, what does this say? This says, welcome. I can't see what it says after that, but it does say welcome. Here's another computer board. How am I doing on those? Are the computer boards the same as the software boards? I assume so. And how many fuses do I need? 6. 6. No, not. Never mind. Not 666. I meant 6. I was just saying it multiple times to remind my stupid self. Okay, is that everything that we need from here? At least we found one of the routers, and there's also another fuse here, which I have this. I don't know where these fuses are going, but I'm sure we shall figure it out in no time at all. Another McDonald's bag. Okay then, let me quickly go back through here because I just want to pull the board off this other door so that I can come through it later, should I so desire. For I do not like to have unfulfilled desires when it comes to the putting of things in other things, by which I mean the putting of myself through doorways and nothing else. Okay, the corridor seems clear. Let's poke our head out and realise that it's not. No, it is clear. Goodness, I'm confused. I shall leave that door open to remind myself that, what? Oh, no unauthorised access allowed. I do apologise. I misread that as no unauthorised uncles allowed. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Oh, I'm not allowed to go in here. Maybe if I murder my sister's children, I'll be allowed in again. That would be interesting. Oh, dear. This is weird. This is a sort of storage facility. This looks more like a battlefield hospital. Most unpleasant indeed. I can't open this, can I? No, there's sort of big shutter door, like on a garage or something. Oh, good, a hiding place. Oh, how fortuitous! Is he going to come in here, or is he going to buzz off? I reckon he's going to buzz off, which is lovely. Some bricks here. We all know about the wonderful medicinal purposes of bricks. I mean, they do have some medicinal purposes in the sense that, you know, they can work as an anesthetic. You hit someone with a brick, and then they won't notice what you do to them afterwards. And you know, they can. Oh gosh, never mind. Oh man, I miss doing this. I really did miss doing this. Okay. This was bringing us back to the main train station area, because that was locked from the other side. Okay then. Okay, so I know roughly where we are. Sewer access. Okay, we do have the sewer key, but let me see. Is this the same place we were in before? Yeah, just a different door. Okay then. Well, I've got the sewer key. Yeah, here we are. So I can go into the sewer and look for some piddle-covered fuses, presumably. Goodness, this is very spooky indeed. Generator room. That yell reminds me of something, and it's nothing good. The thing I'm reminded of is that both of the previous levels had a boss in it, like a random monster that would jump out and start chasing you, and you had to quickly run away and find a box to hide in. I remember in the psychiatric hospital level, it was like a big beast that looked like something that had come out of the We've Been Here Before, Philip. It looked like this wasn't very worthwhile of my time, was it? It was that like big beast that looked like the thing out of the end of the forest. So I'm wondering if we're going to find some big sort of poo monster down here, which is interesting. Like a water monster in a sewer. Just tell me that's... I don't know if I want that to be blood, meaning violence, or poo, meaning, well, sewers. I don't know what I want. But maybe I want vampire rats. Maybe that's what I want. At least most of this seems to be trash instead of actual sewage, which is lovely. That looks very... That's a boss, that's a boss. That's what a boss sounds like, and I don't know where there's a hiding spot. So we are going to hope and pray. Danger, keep out. Actually, that should say danger, keep in, and the sticker should be on the box. Well, it seems that my little discussion about the boss was excellently timed. Good. I do have a suspicion. I can't remember if I mentioned it in any of the prior levels, but I do believe that the bosses spawn out of these things. I do think that is where they come from, which is why I was a little bit hesitant to run back this way, because I knew we'd have to pass that, obviously. So, I was a bit scared, but I was okay. Let's see if we can go into the utility room, or whether we need a key. Could the vampire rats cool it with their spooky eyes? Locked on the other side. Okay, at least that means I'm not looking for a key. You ate Mr. Wat! Oh, you didn't eat Mr. Wat. You tried to eat Mr. Wat. Well, if you can't even kill a rat, you don't stand a chance of killing me, do we? Okay, so we've seen him. He doesn't seem to be made of poo. I'm not quite sure what he is made of, though. Storage area. Okay, what do we store here? Is this where we store the sewage? I don't know. We don't really seem to be storing anything here. Restricted area. Keep out. Yes. And no smoking. You know what? That's probably just a good idea. Not just for, like, the sake of, like, complying with workplace hygiene and so forth in terms of not making smoke in here. B, there's probably no ventilation in this place. No proper ventilation, anyway. And secondary, I imagine sewers probably have quite a lot of methane in them from all of the, like, chemical reactions and all of the substances breaking down and stuff. So I imagine there's quite a lot of flammable gases in places such as this one. So, Oh, good. Can I... Oh, hello. Can I find a place to hide, please? What the hell? Okay, this is where the train line crashed and broke and burned in and fell into the sewage. That's lovely. It's like a poop iceberg. That's not nice at all. Oh dear, that's ew. I don't like that. Oh, there's a safe place, but only if you're willing to jump over the death. Oh gosh, I really want to try and reach that, but at the same time, I don't think I'm acrobatical enough to manage it. So let's see if we can find another safe place. Somewhere else. Oh, another note. One of the experiments on the placement of the figurines on the calendar was crowned with a complete failure. The calendar mechanism turned out to be able to cause a small earthquake, which apparently was a system of protection against uninvited guests. Now part of the station has collapsed, including the danger that one of the metro stations will cause an accident in the water waste discharge zone. A pipe break can create a chain reaction of pressure changes in the system and cause flooding. For safety, we turned off the control panel, removed the fuses, and changed the pressure control combination system. I repeat to all employees, stay away from the control room. So the fuses and the control panel and the water flow, yeah, so that is the heavy strike thing that you can't see, and I sincerely apologise for my fatuous face being in the way. And there's what is potentially another figure, and there's also some rather spooky lighting of my own to deal with, which is always good fun. So that is referencing this sort of heavy strike solution that I've got. The question is what it does, because if they shut it down, then that must mean that it's sort of a bad thing, and I don't want it to happen. So why would I want that to happen? Okay, here's a nice safe room that I can sit my bum in for a few minutes and feel vaguely happy about my life. Yes, this is actually not a bad place. I wouldn't complain about staying here long term. Okay, at least we know where a safe place is. Okay, so we've got sewer tunnels over there. We've got that weird doorway over there with the electrics, and we've got that thing over there with what looks like a deathclaw gauntlet on the far side of it. Let's see if we can get in here, in the dispatch room. Okay, that's the control room. Okay then, so oh, there's another one here. Literally right next to where I began, and I went the long way around because I'm some sort of duncerino. A spooky noise. Hi, friend. Oh dear. I can't tell if they're like zombies or something worse. Presumably they are if they've been like conjured up by the curse of Tutankhamun or whatever it was that they stumbled upon down here, which perhaps is accessible through the sewers, given that that's where we found the note. Seeing my own arms spook myself again. Okay, that just brings me out to the second door there. Okay, and another safe spot. Okay, that's good. I'm trying to be a little bit more circumspect and pay a tiny bit more attention to the environment, rather than just running around like some sort of headless chicken. Like I have done previously throughout the majority of my life. Okay then. So I definitely can't get through here, which is odd, because... Okay, I think I need to, like, maybe go through that door over there that takes me left, and then, like, come around the back, turn this off, and open this, which will then let me through there. I reckon that's how this is going to work. So let me see if I can get through this door on the left where my friend seems to have, relocated his patoot from. Don't know if you could hear that. But I could, and it was... Oh... Oh, what fun we had. Well, this is working shockingly well. Well, that's criminally successful. A figurine of time. Yes, time and its end, if Deathclaws are anything to go by. Oh dear, and now we're in like a cave system. And again with that. Okay, you're being kind, and you're not doing it the way that you did in the first level. I don't know whether that changed because of the level or because of an update. But we're still on the 3 strikes and you're out system. Which is lovely, because yes, of course, I'm playing the single player, rather than the multiplayer, which I, just to get, a little bit, like, larger than the level for a moment, which is a new phrase I've never used before. But yeah, just to get a little bit larger than level for a moment. Every time I see like discussions of this game, and you do sometimes, roundabout on the internet, because it's rightfully picked up some attention because it's quite good. Hello, could you go and zap yourself, please? I think I'm just going to go back and sit in my little box. That's better. Game has garnered some attention on the internet because it's good, obviously. And interestingly, everyone's just talking about the multiplayer. I haven't seen anybody make any discussions of playing the game single player or enjoying it that way, which I think is a bit unfair, because when I was initially reading the Steam reviews for this, when I was deciding whether to play the first level, most of the Steam reviews said that you could play it single player, but it was sort of quite difficult it was quite difficult to play it single player, and I imagine perhaps some people wouldn't want to play it single player because, for example, I've been going half an hour and we've barely even begun. I don't know, probably averaged about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, on completing a single level. So maybe that's why a lot of people don't like to do it single player, or maybe people do like to do it single player. It's just like the game's journalism people are just sort of just doing the multiplayer version. I don't know. Or oh no, not another one of these. Oh. No, the other way around. Or maybe it's more a matter of the fact that there are relatively small number of these sort of multiplayer horror games, and they're just saying, "Oh, this one has a multiplayer mode. Let's pay more attention to the multiplayer than the single player, because there's any number of single player horror games like this, but there's not so many multiplayer ones. So, ooh, a goblet. I shall have this, please, so that I may buy myself another dapper jacket." I'm just doing that in case there's some sort of, reset the enemies when you get in a cupboard. And here's a gun, I think, possibly, or a bit of balsa wood that's masquerading as one. Oh, I found the lever. Okay, I found the lever for the heavy strike. Can I not go down here? It seems like there is a place down there. I see some sort of stuff. But no, without being able to move this, I don't think I can go there. And I can't sort of jump off. No, okay. Oh, alright then. Okay, we've got the lever, nothing else. Let's go back and explore some more of the tunnels. But, no, the reason I like the sort of the single player of this above, well, not above, but in addition to other indie horror games, is that it's because it's a longer game, you get a more sort of a slow burn, in terms of like slowly exploring, slowly figuring things out, and sort of having a slightly longer experience, which is nice. I always prefer the sort of the slower burn and the longer form, as my average video length will tell you. Right then, okay, are we finished with everything down here, or not? Kindly take your bottom away from my nose, sir. Thank you. That's better. I'm actually not entirely sure whether that was a boss that spawned and started chasing me, or whether it was just him. Perhaps. We'll never know. We'll only know that he didn't wander as nearly as far away as I hoped he would. Okay, let's stare off into the distance so that we don't blind ourselves horribly, and wait for this man to go away. Yes, I mean you. Goodness, don't look at me like that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Thank you. So we've been that way, but there's another pathway over there, and another one over there by that little light. I want to explore them both. For I am a greedy person. I wish to have it all. Oh no, we did go up there, didn't we? So this is the place that we haven't been. Down in the spooky mines. Oh goodness. I'm a little, like, being a little coal miner, and or a big coal miner, depending on the circumference of your tunnel, I suppose. Need cave key, but the cave looks cool. I want to go in there. But this isn't fair. This isn't fair. That was a tactically very sound thing for him to do, but from a gentlemanly perspective, that was a very uncouth thing for him to do. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Great. There go 2/3 of my lives. This may be the sort of level that we have to do a few times, which isn't going to be a great deal of fun in terms of waiting ages to get us back to where we was. Right then. I suppose that we should go off down that other tunnel. I actually don't know, as I have been over there, you know. I'm not convinced. Where's he coming from? Doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere. I think he's just behind this rock. Yeah, there he is. I wish he'd buzz off. I want to explore that area a bit more. Maybe I should get something and sort of lure him away. Go over there. You sort of need to follow it, mate, not just stare at it. Are there any more? Anything else I can chuck at his brain? Probably need a incredibly high accuracy sniper rifle for that, given his brain doesn't seem to be very large. Should we try and sneak? Shall we be sneaky? I think we have just about succeeded in the sneakiness. Good, I'm actually shocked that that went that well. Oh look, another goblet. Excellent. It does confuse me why we can only sell a solid gold goblet beset with rubies for merely a tenner, but never mind. What do I know? What do we have over here? We have sewer tunnels. Oh, and that opens up into the area that we were earlier, I think. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's just sit in here for 2 shakes of the lamb's tail and see what we can find up. You can't make that sort of spooky gurgly noise and not expect me to run away, game. There's a key over there. That's the I'm about to spawn a bad guy noise. I don't like it. Okay, right. What is this? What? The stanchion hub. Do you mean sanitation hub? Because that's not how you spell it. But never mind. Here's that key. What's this the key to? The control room. Excellent. That's just what we want. Now, where does this bring me out? Nowhere I've been before. It's a bit scary. It's quite a lot scary, actually, if I'm quite frank. Josh, fix this! Where is the... How? Where is lever? Oh, right. I love that people are communicating via graffiti, because we haven't invented mobile phones or anything. Or even, like, you know, carrier pigeons. Where does this lever go? I have a lever, I just don't know... Well, presumably it doesn't go here. But, presumably it needs to go somewhere. I feel like this might be... Wow! That was not the most dignified response I've ever had to a jump scare. Oh, God, I don't know where I am. I don't know where the safe spots are. I only know that I'm running around like a twit. Okay, this seems vaguely familiar. A box, just give me a box, thank you. Okay, we're actually a lot closer to the beginning than I realised. Goodness, this game is more intense than I recall. Okay. Let me see if I can navigate myself back to the back of the line with my shoes and stand there with my scares. Hello. Would you kindly stop being such a pain in my neck? Shall I go and see if I can find another bit of pottery to distract him with? There's a piece of pottery we could use. It does confuse me why there's all this random, like, ancient bits of clay cutlery just hanging about. It does confuse me, such does. I should stand up here where I am safe. I should not stand up here because I cannot get up, for I am just that inept. Where's that man gone? I don't know, and frankly I don't much get. Okay, so I could go through there, or I could sort of keep going that way in order to see where that leads. Let's go through here first and see where this leads. See if this is somewhere I've been before. No, not really. This is another train tunnel that I haven't seen before. Okay, this one seems slightly more dangerous because of that, but also slightly. Think. Where the hell is the safe place? There we are. You'll pardon me for going a little quiet at that moment, but you see, when my life is on the line, and I need to not die, I need to think. And I can't think and speak at the same time, as you may have noticed from all of the not thinking that I do whilst playing video games. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do want to get rid of this this stupid whatever this is, this pot, this thing for dripping. There wasn't anywhere to hide in here, was there? No, I don't believe so. Just because the light keeps shining on it, it's annoying me no end. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I reckon this is where we do this heavy strike thing, because we've found the lever. The question is just where do we use it? Where do we put it? It must have been like detached from something, and it needs to be reattached, reconnected, and pulled, presumably. I'm not very good at that latter bit, but I'll have a go. Or vampire rats. I spy another box back there. Okay, you are shining a light over here, which implies there's something important, which perhaps is just the box. There was also light coming through those vents. I'm wondering whether those might be like to the outside, but this is like a tunnel that leads like to the real world, rather than this fantasy world of monsters. Here's another key. The cave key. Good, we need to go there. Backwards calligraphy. Typewriter. Bit of a mismatch of fonts there, my friend. Shush, I'm trying to read. Don't be so rude. There's a spooky looking briefcase over there. We should investigate that in a moment. Mitchell, I'm leaving you instructions on how to write the decryption key on the HDD. Are you referring to the hard drive, perhaps? First of all, you need to go through the network cable to make sure all the transmitters are turned on, and they are sometimes knocked out, so be sure to check the condition so that the server can work. After the server in the upper laboratory connects to the file cloud, enter the pin code in the terminal. The code must be attached somewhere nearby. After that, you will need to install 3 data boards. They are somewhere in the station. The position is classified, because apparently it works for the CIA and not the New York subway system. After you insert the boards, the server will decode itself and will give you a HDD with a recorded key. Take it to the lower laboratory near the sarcophagus, and then the scientists will be able to use it to decipher how to install the figurines. So that's the return to the abyss side of this little shindig. That's a cool briefcase. That's cooler than mine, and I am jealous. I'm doing that. Be proud of me. I'm doing that. And there's a code here, which I'm actually not going to write down on a piece of paper like I normally do, for no other reason than the fact that I don't want to reach up onto the top of my desk in order to get the pen, because I have a hot water bottle on my lap, and I don't wish to move it and let a cold draft in, because it is a little chilly in here today. Okay, so it looks like we have, we've sort of ended up... Well, I thought we ended up in the place where we were going to do this heavy strike with the lever, but actually it seems like we're more on the return to the abyss side of the equation, which is interesting. I can't activate that. Ah, I think these are the routers. Yes, it must be like the valves and fuses that we had before that we had to activate in a certain order, because these have got cables coming into them and out of them, and the first one I think only had cables going into it, and then this must lead into here, and then this is the final one. Yes, and then it leads into there to do stuff. Cool, so that must be number 5, perhaps, and again with a number there of interest, and then that must be number 4. So, I don't think that jump scare was meant to happen there, or maybe it was meant to happen when I was on the other side of this. One doesn't know. One only knows that, that man is most expedient, much more so than I am better leaving now than staying here. Okay. I'm not really sure what to do, because we can sort of generally explore around and look for the rest of the routers. We've got 2 of the boards that we need. So then we activate the routers, we find the password, which is maybe that thing that was written on the board, type that into the computer, then we put in the computer boards, we pick up the hard drive, we take it downstairs, we give the hard drive to the scientists, and then the scientists can figure out the sequence of which we put in the figurines. We have to arrange them such that my friend with OCD, who likes things to be lined up nicely, doesn't get cross about how I've rearranged his collection of Star Wars figures after I accidentally knocked them over by backing into the shelf on a drunken dance. This is not really what I wanted. I don't think it's the boss after me at the moment. I think it's just the standard one. Where the hell have I ended up? I have no idea. Yay, we did the second one. That's good. Well, that's good. That means we can't be too far away from the next one then, actually. Yeah, look, the cable's going down there. Let me see if I can follow this one, because I was going to, Oh, hello! Our first proper dead person. Hello, proper dead person, as opposed to all those improper dead people that we've seen before. Kitty, oh, that's a very nice burnt texture right there. I mean, not very nice in the sense that, you know, it's horrible, but at the same time, it's like well designed and well put together. It's very professional, is what I'm trying to say. Trying and failing, as so often I fail to say everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we can get all the routers done, if nothing else, then. Because the other thing I was going to do is go and have a look. Oh, the computer board I need. Goodness, this might be a bit easier than I thought, actually. Except this is a dead end. And remember what happened the last time we went into a dead end? We got bum rushed by somebody with a big mouth. Oh, dear. I'm hearing a lot of noises, and I'm not enjoying any of them. We'll turn on these last 2 computer boards, see if the password is correct, and see whether we can use these, I meant routers, not computer boards. Once we finish with the routers, we use the boards, and see if that helps at all. Because the other thing I want to do is go and have a look at the cave. But perhaps we should leave that for the time being and focus on this, because going to the cave, of course, requires travelling a decent ways, and that means more meetings with maniacs and murderers, and that isn't fun on a Christmas bun. Could I? Thank you. No, 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 please, I beg. I literally beg. I literally beg in a box. Right, you've heard a Jack in a box, this is a beg in a box. You open it and it's just a man saying, please, please, please. Please back off. Give me my personal space. I love these rats. I swear the rats are my favourite part. Yay! It worked. Can I go through here now? Need laboratory train key, but that's just positively unfair. I should have known it wouldn't have been this simple. Oh dear. On any metro station or train, it is unlawful to smoke, eat or drink, spit or litter, disturb passengers, transport animals, or play loud music. Oh, goodness, I don't think we have. I don't think we have quite that many rules on British trains, but Hi, friend. Yes. Do they respond to the light, do you think? No, they just turn around slightly too often. Could you please go away, gentlemen? I have no lives left to offer you, and I really don't want to get us back this far, because it seems like I'm really close to something. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, give me a minute. I am going to I'm going to wander around a little bit. I'm either going to get us back to the cave, and we can have a look around there. We can also have a look around the control room as well, because that's real close to the place where we access the cave. So we go have a look at the control room and the cave, which should get us close to this heavy strike thing, because we're going to need one more fuse for that. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty close on both, actually, which isn't bad in terms of how long we've been going yet. Or, obviously, if I bump into something else interesting, like this train laboratory key, which is useful. So, give me a minute, I shall see what I can find. Just making my way back into the sewer. We went that way, originally. We came out of that door, and then we turned left. It strikes me, Sorry. I was just diverting someone earlier. It strikes me we didn't come this way to the right. I thought we'd have a quick poke around here. There's another figure up there. Need to get through that door first, though. Because oh, that's a box. Oh, I thought there was a massive control panel. I do apologise. I've brought you back for the grand total of nothing. This isn't very exciting at all. It's just a bit noisy because you can hear the waterfall of waters. I do apologise. Ah, dear. Well, that figurine is interesting, because there must be a way up there. What else have we got around here? We've got this big pipe, and this big person on the other end of it, who's far too circumspect for his own health. Kitty aunt. At least I can sit in this box without blinding myself, because for some reason when I get my flashlight, when I sit in a box, I decide just to shine it straight in my eyes, instead of shining it out. I mean, on the one hand it makes sense, because you shouldn't shine it out, because you're just showing everyone exactly where you are, but shining it back in doesn't seem very sensible either. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the protagonist is just stuck in an impossible situation, because he isn't in control of whether the light is turned off or not, and I am an idiot. But then I should stop being such a broken record player and stop saying the same things over and over again. So these are some quick builders. Very quick builders. Goodness. I thought the maintenance man at my apartment building was fast. Okay. Oh, this is that door we opened earlier. Cool. Oh, and the final fuse I want. Huzzah and hooray! I am most pleased with this situation that I have found myself betwixt the buttocks of. This isn't far from the control room. No, because that's where we were mucking around with those switches. There was a safe spot in here, wasn't there? Yes, there was. Good. It's just because the game goes quiet for like a split second when you sit in there, and that makes me feel safe, alright? And that's all I want, is just a moment's respite and a moment's safety. Can I go inside, please? Oh, no. Oh, gosh. You need a degree in mechanical engineering to work this one out. Okay, well, I can't interact with these, so that's good. Let me pop all my fuses in. Okay. So, do I need to have the switches arranged like the lights are? So, like, this one should be at the bottom, and this one should be at the bottom. Something like that, perhaps? I have absolutely no idea. What am I meant to do after the fuses? Restore water flow. Is that what this is about? I don't think so. I don't really know what this is, to be quite frank. This looks like a number of different stations, like Central Street and City Park and Nord Street. These seem like different metro stations to me, but I don't quite get what all this is about. Let's see what that button does. I'm sure it does nothing dangerous. I have no idea what it did. I have literally no idea what that did. Oh, there is a key up there. I can sort of climb up a little bit. But only in my dreams. And I'll be up the ladder, but only in my dreams. Okay, well, I've pushed the button now. I can't do anything else with it. Maybe it's connected to this box, which does seem to be leaning up there. Maybe it's something which is useful once I get up there, but goodness knows how. Right then, we seem to have done something, but goodness only knows what. Yes. Because 3 and 6, I can't interact with those, but they don't have any lights on them, so maybe it's alright. Yeah, that is all ups and downs as they are on the thing. Well, alright then. I don't know how much more I can do with that, to be honest. I don't know how much more I can work out on my own. So now I need to make my way back to where we accessed the cave. So give me a minute, and about 3 sprints later I might get us back there. I don't really like the cave because the boss kept appearing in the cave. I feel like the cave might be where the boss came from. Maybe it's his cave, his pad, his den, his little location for soirees. I do want to go back that way, but but there's a man there that doesn't want me to go that way. Give me a minute, I shall get us to the cave. Just trot off, you trotter. Okay. So see if we can get down here without getting chased by a boss again. That'd be nice. Bloody jump scares. This seems a little advanced for a cave. Oh gosh, there's that spooky thing we saw from the beginning. Oh dear. Yeah, that's got to be where all the figurines are needed for. Please say there's a box in here I can hide in, like a cupboard. This isn't fair! This isn't fair. Because there's a bad guy in here and I'm hiding in a room. I'm hiding in a literal glass house. So I can hide about as well as a fart in front of a thermo security camera. So let me run away and straight into the maw of the monster. Well done, Phil. You freaking idiot. I think this is where I need to bring the hard drive. To study the calendar, no longer capitalized, a field laboratory was deployed right in the cave with the sarcophagus. We also delivered a new find in the form of a large stone coffin to the lower laboratory. When we found it, the sarcophagus was empty. Had somebody already been here? Maybe the person just forgot to die and they buried him anyway. It was found out that the mechanism is controlled by figurines that work as activation keys. The figurines are installed on a panel in the center of the calendar. The different order of installment of figurines is triggered by various functions of the mechanism. We've tried several combinations, but so far it has not had any effect. It is necessary to analyze and select the decryption key for all the figurines. The data is decrypted in the upper laboratory, which is located in one of the metro towns. Soon we should write all of the necessary data to the hard drive and deliver it to us, because apparently we don't have emails that we can send stuff via. We have very little time now to save our secrets. This must be the sarcophagus they were talking about. Yes, indeed. Need hard drive. Yes, okay. So if I could just find the laboratory key, then a goblet. If I could just find the laboratory key, then I could open that, get the password, put it in, get the hard drive down, bring it down here, decrypt that, and then I've got, how many figurines? I've got 4, and by the looks of it, there's only 5, and I know where another one is, I just don't know how to get it. So we are real close to this ending. Sorry, this plate is annoying me again. I don't know why I keep picking these things up. It's just on a just-in-case basis, but then it always ends up being it's just in case of a bad guy. It's on the possibility of a bad guy and the certainty of an irritant. Is all I can say. Right, I don't want to be here because I feel very vulnerable here. But I also want to have a look at this, which is really, really cool and eldritch and Lovecraftian. So, as a nice thumbnail, if nothing else. Hi. Hello, friend. Idiot. Researcher laboratory. You're not like my reading voice. I can't read it in a different voice. The researcher of the laboratory. No, we definitely won't read it in that voice, for crying out loud. Principle of the calendar has been studied. The calendar is a mechanical computer that performs various actions depending on the combination of figurines and dates. We discovered the calendar's goal is to open the sarcophagus. The calculated date turns out to be the nearest day of the equinox. The archaeological department came to the conclusion that the Day of Judgment should take place on this date. Why did they decide that? Shouldn't somebody else, like a priest or an archbishop or something, decide when the Day of Judgment should happen? According to the belief of the ancient people who created this machine. Oh, right. The sarcophagus serves as a prison for some mythical creature that will awaken and destroy all life on the planet. Why am I trying to open this thing again? Thereby carrying out a new rebirth of the planet and beginning a new cycle. I swear the stress of this is killing me. Because we are this close, we are literally one key away from being able to burn the world down and then rebirth it. Which is interesting. Do I get a place in this new world? Do I get like an unconditional offer of a place on this new planet that we're building, Mr. Man in Sarcophagus? If I help you with this? Because I feel like at the moment I'm just sealing my own demise rather than actually making anything better. Maybe I'm trying to lock him in, like perpetually lock him in or something. Maybe I can sort of decode it. What did this note say again? Can I read this a little bit more carefully? Various functions. Data is decrypted before we reveal a new secret. Yep, wrong button. Sorry. It doesn't say. Maybe they were trying to find a way of decrypting the calendar to say, like, the Day of Judgment should be, like, as far away in the future as humanly possible, so that, like, Earth doesn't get destroyed, at least, like, not until after the sun is blown up. Where was the box around here? There it is. Which would be nice, I suppose. Depending on how you view the Earth, one supposes. Cool. Because it seems a bit weird that these researchers would be purposefully trying to blow up the world and destroy everything, unless they're being hired by a Bond villain. Aha, James, yes, this time I'm not just trying to steal a few antiques. This time I'm trying to destroy the entire known cosmos. Everything in this space-time continuum shall fall at the hands of I don't know, Silver Toe, or whatever random-ass name they've decided to give the latest Bond villain. One doesn't know. Okay, so where are we at? For the heavy strike, we still need to restore the water flow and unlock the train's brake pad. I think unlocking the train's brake pad has got to do with using the lever, but I don't know where to use that. And then there's the water flow, which seems to involve those switches, but I don't really understand what about that I haven't done. Okay, I'm beginning to wonder if he actually responds to running rather than anything else. Yeah, look, he's given up on it. Yeah, maybe it's just the running he doesn't like. There's no running around the swimming pool. I wouldn't advise you to swim in this, but never mind. No running, you might slip and hurt yourself, and then I'd have to clean up the mess, and I don't wish to do that. Don't want to have to figure out what is poop and what is person when I'm trying to scoop you up and get you into your coffin. He just doesn't want the paperwork, you see. He doesn't care about murdering people, he just doesn't like paperwork. I want to get up this ladder here. Can we see him spawn? No, because that wasn't the sound of the boss. That was the sound of just a standard bad guy. Okay then. So we're not really exploring the cave helped a bit, but not to an enormous degree. Because we're still in the same pickle. Without the laboratory key. Oh, another goblet. That's nice. Without the laboratory key to access that bit of the train, I'm kind of a bit scuppered. Getting a little bit richer though, which is some mice were they were making mouse love is the answer to that question, which is a phrase no human being has ever said before. At least I sincerely hope not. Not because I want the honour of being the first person to say that, I just want there having been no situation prior in the history of mankind where a man has walked in upon a couple of mice doing what we just saw two mice doing. Anyway, we still need to find the key. So give me a bit longer, I shall wander about, see again whether I can either find the key or do anything with this this lever and this brake pad and the water flow and all the rest of the gubbins. I didn't see this big chain before. This big chain here is... oh, bollocks. This big chain here is linked up to this train here. Oh, gosh. Oh, I swear that turned my hair grey in places I don't want to tell you about. That was a surprisingly noisy chase. There were like lots of gurgly noises. I didn't enjoy that. But yeah, that train that's kind of hanging down, that's kind of collapsed through the floor, as it were, that has a chain attached to it, which is attached to the train, which I'll figure it out now. Which is attached to the train that it wants me to mend the brake pads for the heavy strike thing. And what I'm wondering about perhaps is whether instead of like letting the train go and like running over loads of monsters, that was not dignified, and for that I apologise, whether perhaps you sort of release the train and then like ride down into the cave and then destroys the sarcophagus perhaps, or like kind of buries it, like seals the entrance to the cave so that no one ever finds it again perhaps, and then like it stays entombed forever, maybe. There's a man just there, just above where my cursor is his arm. He has now turned around and started walking left, for he is most annoying. I think there's another one there, again, just above my cursor, but I could be mistaken about that one. Oh dear. I'm sure you appreciate these little commentaries during these extremely dark bits of the game, because OBS always picks things up darker. I don't know why. Because there can't be differences in the screen, because it's darker when I'm editing it as well. Which, you know, I edit on the same screen as I'm now playing the game. So it's all very confusing. But anyway, regardless, that's all nobody's business. I have, however, figured out why it won't let me use the brake lever. Because, of course, that needs to be the thing that's done at the end when we're fully ready. That, like, lights the fuse, as it were, for the dynamite. But yeah, this is the chain I was talking about. It's linked up to this. Yeah, see, look, there's a purple... Oh, wait, purple. Yeah, Phil, that's purple. Yeah, you blind, blithering idiot. Yeah, I can use the lever here, but I need to get everything else prepared first, and that means getting the water flowing. That's the bit I don't understand how to do yet. So I think we've managed to explain a lot of what's going on. And in the intermediary break period, whilst I was wandering around and sitting in some boxes, I ate a piece of chocolate, which is now coming back to haunt me because it's given me hiccups. It's come back to haunt me with hiccups. The most haunting of all things. Don't know many... Oh, Kitty, oh, give me strength. Or better yet, give me more frickin' hiding places. I swear that this level has had 1/10 of the hiding places that every other level has. And I think that's just criminal, right? I mean, it does work in terms of making the game a lot scarier. And I guess in the multiplayer it helps as well, because it kind of encourages you to go and help your team a bit more and be a bit more aware of where they are, because of course you can't they can't hide in order to protect themselves, so they're probably going to die and need you to come and pick them up again. But of course I have no friends and nobody to help me, so I am totally screwed. Yeah, I'll keep looking, because what I really want to do is find the laboratory key so that we can get the hard drive. That's what I really want to do, but I've no idea where it is. Hang on. Think a moment, Philip. Use your brain, you know, that thing you're supposed to have been using for 3 months at university. Maybe that's why it's fried and I can't think anymore. Remember when we were flipping all of those switches and then we found that mystery blue button and we looked up above us? Didn't we see the outline of a key there? Maybe that's where that is. But then how do I get up there? I don't know, but we're certainly not going to find it out by sitting in this box amongst this little breeze block warehouse. We need to get back and have a proper look around that area with all of those switches, because they are undoubtedly... or at the very least my best bet on where we need to go. So I don't need to go over there, because that is where there is a big smelly stinky person that I do not like. Oh, there's another body there, I didn't see that before. And t'other bad guy over there. Kitty yards. I'm stuck between the devil and the other devil at the moment. Kitty yarn, the devil and the deep brown sea, perhaps I should say. For being a subway station, we spent a lot of our time in a sewer. I feel like there's been a little bit of a mislabeling here, and I wish to bring quarrels over the Trades Description Act. Go away, you smelly person. Yeah, that's where I want to go. I want to go back in there and have another look at the that little area and see if I can figure out how to get that key. Well, that was cheating, but it worked. Oh, maybe you're meant to do that, actually. Yeah, maybe you're meant to do that. maybe you're not meant to open this door because I'm pressing the button and not a great deal is happening. Yep, walloping E, it isn't doing any good. Okay, so at least that was a more legit... Yeah, look, there's even a little clue there. Okay, so at least that is the legitimate way of getting that item. I didn't completely cheat. Okay, then. So literally all we need is the frame rate to pick up, because that looks awful. I do sincerely apologise that the frame rate has been bad. I shall send it to his room with no supper. We've literally got everything we need. We've got all 5 of the figurines. We've probably got the passcode. Literally all we need is that key, and I maybe know where it is. So maybe I should stop standing around whinging and whining and moaning and griping, and get on with trying to find it. Ooh, like the man said. Oh, bollocks. I don't think the man said that, but... Oh. Well, this is no use to me! This isn't what I wanted at all! I thought I'd found a sneaky way to reach the place I wanted to go. Turns out I was just being stupid. That doesn't surprise anybody. Oh, gosh, seriously, what's wrong with me? I do apologise. I thought I'd sound like a sneaky way that I could, like, you know, there'd be like a tunnel and I could get, like, into that control room but above it. But no. But no. 'Twas not to be, 'twasn't. I apologise for that ridiculous face I did. For some reason I felt that upon achieving something good in my life I had to do a facial impression of a blow-up doll. For that, I apologise. We have the key. Somebody call the news company. We've got the key. Okay then. We just need to get back to the key, open the door, put the passcode in, write the hard drive, pick the hard drive up, take it down to the cave, put it in the computer, decode it, set the figurines on the place, and then the entire world is our oyster, if oysters were things that exploded. Oh gosh. I really feel like this isn't the solution I should be doing. I feel like I should be a good Samaritan and solve the world's problems and protect the world, not break everything. But, I do kind of like that this ending is a bit more sort of significant than the other two, because previously it was just about deal with the monster, but this one feels a lot more existential, and I feel like that's fitting for what is seemingly the finale level of the game. This is not the way I need to go. I feel like it should be about, like, you know, the end of the world. And this sort of secret corporation is trying to stop the end of the world, which kind of begs the question why they're sending a cretinous villain in to do their job instead of like some sort of specialist. But never mind, I don't quite understand that concept, but I'm sure somebody will explain it to me one day and I'll go, it's that simple as that, as I usually say with most things. Okay, I think that yes, there's the one with the chain. Okay, I'm actually going to go down, because there's that left tunnel which has the chain, and there's this right tunnel. This right tunnel tends to be a little bit quieter in terms of baddies, so I'm going to try and go this way. I'm also operating under my assumption of them reacting to running a bit, so I'm trying to not do too much running. Sorry, I was just listening to see if the boss wanted to spawn out of that thing back there. Oh, kitty ass. This area is usually a bit quieter. Bad guys. It's just got a bad guy in it. Kitty. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close to death because I've only got 1 life left. Which I thought I only had 1 life left previously, but no. That must have been like the number of respawns I had, but never mind. I'm also really close to winning this, which is lovely. So I'm just going to run chuck myself in a box. Never has anybody spent as large a percentage of this game in a box as me. If there's any achievement I can have, any crown I can wear, it's that one. It's not a particularly sweet smelling crown, but never mind, nothing in this place is. Thank you. Just shut that behind me. I said shut it behind me, not shut it in front of me. Thank you. I shall take this as compensation for being rude. Dear. Oh, the password. Oh yeah, that thing we took a photograph of donkeys years ago. Where's my gallery again? Here it is. Is it 0265? I pressed enter, it didn't work. Yay! Okay then, now we need to install the computer boards. Huzzah! Now we need to get the hard drive. Oh, it spat it out. Hooray! Now I have the hard drive. Excellent. Okay. We've got to maneuver our bottom down to the cave, get the hard drive into the computer, read what it says in it, because apparently this computer isn't clever enough to do that, despite the fact that it wrote it, but never mind. I was under the impression that you can always read what you've written, but my handwriting proved me wrong. As did, never mind. And then that will tell us how to arrange the figures, and then we can watch the whole world burn. Ain't that lovely? Oh, I'm so scared. Not because of like the existential terror of the world ending, but just because I don't want to die and have to do all this again. Okay. Let's go nice and slowly, and nice and quietly, for we do not wish to disturb the monsters and make them chase us out of here, saying, "Go away, you noisy teenager." This subway was a nice peaceful neighborhood before you and your ilk with your music and your tracksuits came along. I don't know why I say that, because this kid isn't this person clearly is not a teenager, and neither am I. So yeah, perhaps I'm talking absolute categoric rubbish, and I'm just appealing to a stereotype. Okay, the entrance to the cave is down there, I think. The entrance to my death is also not very far away. Man alive. This I didn't know you could escape from bosses by just running away from them. I thought the only way to escape them was to get in the box. That's interesting. That's a new thing I've learned. Good. Good. Good to see my brain is still capable of learning. It bodes well for my education, doesn't it? There was a box right up there the whole time. He probably looked at that box and thought, oh, there's a nearby box. He definitely went and hid in there. He definitely didn't run down there, because that's what a silly Billy would do. Problem was, he overestimated my intelligence. What I was trying to say, before I got horrifically interrupted, is that the game does a very nice job of playing sounds that you think are associated with enemies, playing them just often enough to scare you and keep you scared, but not so often that that you think it's all rubbish. And you become immune to them. This man, seriously, the bloke down here in this area has been more of a pain in the neck than anything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my hands back on the water bottle that I alluded to earlier, and I'm going to sit here for a minute and just think about my life. Okay, we are here. Now we can put the hard drive in the supercomputer. Oh gosh. Time for another picture. This one gets to be in landscape as well. How exciting. 4x3 landscape, in case you were curious. Right. So now we can associate a symbol with each of these figurines. Perhaps those, yeah, I think they are. They are the symbols on each of the little sticks there. So I have to figure out which one to put on. And every time I hear a noise, I'm going to run up those stairs and throw myself back in that box. How do I know which one goes on which? Oh, I'd like that one, please. And I'd like that one, please. And I'd like... What? Oh, sorry, I didn't see the two lines coming down the side. I thought it was just an X. Yay! Now what? Is it the day of the equinox? I don't actually really know what an equinox is, but you know. He doesn't seem very pleased with me. And by some good fortune, I escaped. Yay, we did it! You managed to figure out the mysterious mechanism of the calendar, and the doomsday clock was stopped forever. Oh. Oh. I wanted to burn the whole world then. I don't want to stop the doomsday. Oh. I kind of regret not doing the other one now. I think maybe the other ending would have been better. The sarcophagus and the power imprisoned in it collapsed to the bottom of a bottomless cave. Surely the bottom of a bottomless cave doesn't exist, otherwise it wouldn't be bottomless, it would be bottoms. Too much discussion about bums here. And we'll never be able to put the world on the brink of What? Put the world on the brink of existence? I think you mean the brink of extinction. Humanity is saved. Later, the redemption cleaned up all traces of the evil here, and soon the station will be able to return to its normal functioning, and the city will never know about the frightening truth. They'll just wonder why the project was delayed for so long. Oh, wow. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Oh, goodness. That was really good fun. That was really, really good. That was good. Did I get a decent rating? Or did I get like a bad one? No, I still got half a star because I am rubbish. Okay, that's fine, but that's actually really cool. That's genuinely a really fun and really nicely designed level. As I said before, it's really dark, which I think makes it better. Less hiding places, and also seemingly fewer bad guys. But they were sort of placed in very strategic places, which I enjoyed. Yes. Did they add any new costumes? No. I don't think they did. Also, I don't think I said this before, but previously, in the previous 2 episodes, I was playing as this dark-coated gentleman, and then I actually went back and replayed this level, I think. Yes, because I wanted to get the other ending, because I think in the video we got the ending where we killed the spider, and I wanted to get the ending where I got the mirror shards, as it were, just for the sake of seeing what it was like, really. And I did that and earned enough points to buy this man his long coat. Not quite as long as mine, his arm does seem to clip through here and here, which is a bit of a concern. But never mind, it's still quite cool. Anyway, I think that is enough. You can't like see your rank or anything, and just get a little picture. But yeah, I really like that. That's really cool. A very nice final level to this. I say final level. I haven't actually heard the developer say anything distinct about, yeah, this is the end of the game or anything. It's just that when I started it said this was coming soon, and it doesn't say there's anything else coming, so I am left to presume that that's it. But if that's not it, then I will very happily and gladly come back and we should do a bit more. Yes, I don't know, as much as I like to do, I don't know, like one video where I quickly sort of, just like, I don't know, half an hour on each level maybe, just to get the other endings, but I don't know, I feel like that would involve a lot of jump cuts for the sake of cutting out the boring bits and not like retreading over old ground, both physically and verbally. And I've already seen the ending of that. I'd be real curious to see what the other ending of that looks like, because the ending to that level was really cinematic and very sort of ending of a video game type, which again does make me sort of think. Kind of the drama of it all, in terms of like the existentialness of the world, makes me think that it's all gone a bit quiet. Makes me think that maybe that is the final level. But yeah, yes. Anyway, that is the third level of occulty nonsense, and I like it. I like it a lot. All three of these levels have been genuinely really impressive, actually. Really creative environments, massive environments that are really detailed, fun to explore, fascinating little stories. I love that there's two different objectives in each one, because it means as you're playing through it, you sort of collect up stuff, you don't really know which one you're going to end up going for, and then you kind of get led down one path or another path, and it's just a really nice mechanic. You can see why people like this game, people write about it, because it's really good, it's really enjoyable, and maybe if you're not as antisocial as I am, maybe you enjoy it with your friends as well, which is another bonus. And this is one of those rare games that you can legitimately play single player, and you can legitimately play it multiplayer, which is good, because so many games are just sort of one way or the other way. Either they don't have multiplayer capacity, or the multiplayer capacity either breaks the game to make it shockingly easy, or the multiplayer is normal, and then playing it on single player is so extremely difficult that it's basically impossible. So it's nice to find a game that manages to skirt both lines. But anyway, what actually happens if you click on new game? Oh, create lobby. Ah, you can do public games. I did not know this. I see, so you can set up like a private game with your friends, or you can have like a public game, maybe like you can just like get matched with random people via Steam, and that lets you in. Oh, I see, and then you can like connect to other games. I see. What? Oh. There's no one online apparently. It's a bit weird, because I think this game is quite popular, but never mind. Maybe everyone's playing it with their friends instead of doing it with random people, because I imagine this would work a lot better if you were with like people that A, you trust, B, you can communicate with, and C, that you know, are actually going to help you instead of just trolling you like I imagine most randoms that you get partnered with on the internet would. But anyway, that's all beside the point. I very much enjoyed this. I hope you did as well. As I said, if any more Occult comes along, I will certainly play it, because I really enjoy this, if for no other reason than just for designs like that one. Kitty heart. I love this image. I don't know why. It's like when people come to your door and they just spew out all this rubbish about insurance or whatever it is they're trying to sell you, and they just try to get their hand in so you can't slam the door on them without them then being able to arrest you for assault. Anyway, this took a bit of a tangent. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.